Hey everybody, welcome back to the Skookum Report. I'm Bob, and tonight's Bigfoot Encounter is an email from Jeffery Lilly. He had a couple of emails, and this is called Tom's Mountain Encounter. Please bear with me because the punctuation isn't all there, and I'm having trouble stumbling over the words. Please have patience with me. He writes, one late September day back in 95 or 96, my Uncle Mike, a former Army Ranger, was taking us night fishing out to Tom's Mountain in Ohio, on the Ohio-Indiana border, for bass and crappie. And we got there, and the climb started out flat, but ended up at a 90-degree angle all the way to the top. You'd throw your gear down and suck wind to catch your breath. It was rough at times. The north end of the lake was a climb, and it was another 150 yards up at a 60-degree angle, and when we got there, we started fishing. There were cows over there on the side in the shade by the woods, and the woods were thick over there. It was very hard to fish. We were burning up the bass, and night came quick on us. We lit the lantern, and we started crappie fishing with the minnows. It was right about then that the cows all got up out of nowhere and went around and back up towards the lake, to the top of the lake. We thought nothing of it and kept fishing. It was about midnight and everything slowed down, and we were talking lightly not to spook the fish, when all of a sudden I heard something coming down from up the ridge, and it ran all the way back around and towards the lake, to the front side of the lake. Whatever it was moving slowly, evasively, and defensively. We all thought it might be deer, and we just kept fishing. A couple hours later, the fish all stopped biting, so I thought I'll change over to the crappie pole and a minnow for a while, and I knew a hole over on the left side, and I could only catch fish by casting sideways because of the woods from the ridge's slope were so close to the lake's edge. I changed up my pole and grabbed the lantern and a minnow out of the bucket, and I go hit the turn towards my spot when I put my light up, and it lit something crouching down on two legs with its hand in the water as if it were grabbing something to drink. And when it realized it had the light on it, it pulled its hand up out of the water slowly. I seen the water dripping off its hand. It turned its head over its left shoulder slowly, and its eyes lit up this wild yellow from the light of the lantern. And as I seen its eyes, it started to let out a slow and low growl like a rabid animal. And I was froze at the moment, and this thing was a cinnamon brown color. It had a cone-shaped head, and it wasn't huge, the head, but it had regular teeth as well as 4 canine teeth, but they were worn down, kind of rounded off and grounded down. It had huge looking eye sockets. It had a flat nose with a small bridge, and the hair layered perfectly all the way down to the eyes, and it hung over them a little bit. And it seemed like it was about 4 foot tall as it was crouching, so I guessed it was probably 7.5 foot tall and about 450 pounds. It's a very impressive creature. I didn't see its feet. I couldn't get past the face, hands, and the chest. They were broad and intimidating. And it was just about this time I heard my uncle and my dad saying, "Junior, what's that you see? What do you got the lantern on?" And I slowly hear them coming in my direction. But me and this creature are stuck on each other, and he's glancing at me and towards the ridge, only feet away. And the woods were really close, but he was stuck. I don't know. It was like he was shocked. This big thing, or we were both froze. They kept asking me, "Junior, what the hell do you see there?" And I broke free from the fear, and I yelled out, "Run now! Get off the ridge!" And I bolt. And they bolted, and they jumped over the side, and I was right behind them. We all hit the ground running, and I flew right by them. I apologize for this breaking up. Punctuation is almost non-existent, and I'm having to piece it together, so I apologize. I stuck out the lantern to see where we were going, and it was pitch black, and it was about 3 to 4 a.m. And I slowed down a bit, and whack! They took me out from behind, and we all hit the ground so hard, and we tumbled end over end down the hill, and I was scared to death. At this moment, my life was flashing before my eyes, and I feel every emotion coming through my mind. As I'm hitting rocks and pushing off down trees, trying to protect myself, and I was trying to get up, but my legs wouldn't work, and I couldn't get the use of them. I was scared to death, thinking any second this creature or creatures are going to come up out of nowhere and grab one of us and kill us. This is it. We all might die tonight, here in this moment. And that's how it felt anyway. It was total fear and pure adrenaline. After about 5 minutes of struggling, and we all got up and finally, we run down to the bottom of the hill. Tom came out and says, "What's all the ruckus, boys?" And my uncle walks over and says, "Oh, nothing, Tom. We just got spooked up there, that's all." And Tom says, "Oh, okay, boys. If you're leaving, I'll see y'all's next time." And he goes back into the house. At this time, we're all gasping for air. We're bent over with our hands on our knees and asking each other, what the hell was that we just saw, that I put that light on? It's insanity. Y'all know what I seen, because you seen it too. That's why you ran when I said run. I know what I saw, no doubt. My Uncle Mike says, well, we have to make a pact here and now to keep this a secret. If we let it be known, they will all be coming up here hunting that thing, and Tom will get mad as hell at us, and we got to agree to keep it hush-hush. I should have never done that. It totally consumed me after that. Totally. My Uncle Mike went back the next day to get our poles and our equipment, but he was armed, of course. We never went back there after that. And that was back when I was 8 years old, and I definitely know what I saw. And thanks for that email. I apologize for the rough reading, the punctuation. It was hard to put together, but that's a heck of an encounter, man. God bless you. Lucky you didn't break your neck falling down the side of that mountain there. Mountain, hill, whatever it was. But old Tom, he probably wondered what in the heck, man. Y'all ain't coming up fishing no more? The last time he saw you, you guys were running for your lives, so he might have put two and two together. He might have known more than what he was led on to, because he lived there. So, man, that was pretty good. Thank you for that. Okay, so if you or anybody you know has had a Bigfoot encounter or had a Bigfoot sighting, and you'd like to have it on the show, just write it all down and shoot it to me in an email. That's skookumreport@gmail.com. skookumreport@gmail.com. And I'll be sure to get it up on the show for you. It's not a problem. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button and leave a comment. I really like talking to you guys, meeting a lot of awesome people. Don't forget, tomorrow night on the 6th, if I have this up tonight, it'll be the 5th, but tomorrow, as I'm speaking now, which will be the 6th, y'all don't forget about that Small Town Monsters documentary that's going to be on Amazon Prime, I believe it is, On the Trail of, and it's one of the On the Trail of series, and it's about a Bigfoot, if I remember correctly. So that's tomorrow night on the 6th of May. Y'all might want to write that down and remember to catch that. Small Town Monsters, they have some really good documentaries. And that's Seth Breedlove, and they usually have Lyle Blackburn, and some cool people. So I'll see you guys next time on the Skookum Report, and until then, God bless. Y'all stay safe, and thank you so much for coming and listening. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.